After a recent renovation project, I was left with this cabinet without any use for it, so I decided to try to make use out of it by turning it into a rolling cart. The only thing I plan to buy are the wheels. Everything else is going to come from Scare Lumber that I already have access to. The first thing I'm going to do is take these 4 spare 2x4s that I have laying around that are all cut down to the same length and see if I can attach them as legs for this cart project. To make sure I don't split the OSB that the cabinet is made out of, I'll be pre-drilling holes for the screws and then adding the screws to attach the legs to the cabinet. And I'm just going to repeat this process across all 4 legs. I'm going to put in 2 screws on the long side of the 2x4 and then add 1 screw to the short side of the 2x4. Once all the legs are in, I'm going to take a couple other 2x4s and cut them down so they fit between the legs and act as support braces. Next, I'll attach these 2x4s to the legs. Now I'm going to add a board to the bottom to act as a shelf. I noticed earlier that one of my legs is exactly half an inch shorter than the rest of the legs, so I figured the easiest way to fix this would be to cut out a space for the half-inch board around 3 of the legs, but allow it under the short leg to raise it up even with the others. Here you can see the close leg with the plywood over it, but cut around the other 3 legs. And that fixed the one leg being too short and made everything level. I'm going to add another board to be underneath the existing board, and then screw that into place. The final step will be adding the one part that I did buy, and that's these 4 wheels, and I'll be screwing it into place at the bottom so that this cart can roll around. I found these wheels on Amazon. I'm fairly happy with them. They're pretty cheap and they're pretty good quality. If you want a link to these wheels so you can take a look at them yourself, it's provided in the description below. What I decided to do with this cart is make it into my oil change cart. On the outside, I have nails that hold up my funnel, and a strip of sockets that only include sockets that I need for doing oil changes on the cars that I maintain. Then below, I have oil and additives for the cars I maintain. In the cabinet, I have a variety of tools like a basic ratchet, oil filter wrench, and maintenance parts like cabin filters, air filters, and belts. And I found that this cart has made doing the oil changes so much easier.